Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. In this video, of course, I'm gonna talk about the semifinals preview. But before that, I have to go into this blockbuster match that just ended. It was an amazing, epic performance by two top players, the world number 2, and I think Tsitsipas is the world number 6 at this current moment. They just entertained us with one of the most prolific matches in recent times. I've never seen Stefanos Tsitsipas, the young Greek, play this clutch tennis since he won the ATP Finals 2019. I'm pretty impressed with this young Greek because I've hyped him many times and told about him that he's the next big thing. He's similar to Roger Federer in his playing style, his first strike tennis that I love to watch. That I think most of the people out there that pays big money, they like this kind of gaming style, brave and bold, free hitting, with game plans, of course. But Tsitsipas showed today that his mental strength has improved a lot, because he has lost when he had match balls before. When I remember US Open against Bonachoric, I think it was against Bonachoric, and this match was so tight. In the end, he almost blew it, but he showed great fighting spirit and managed to serve out the last game before he broke, and he broke Rafa before that, so he served for the match. And before that, in the third, fourth, and the fifth set, he was never. You can see that his serve was so great and clutch, but in the last moment, you saw that he was a little bit nervous, but he managed to pull up the best tennis and won fair and square. All right, what can we say about Rafael Nadal? Just take your hat off for Rafael Nadal. He's a great champion. He always tries to find solutions, because in the set 3 and 4, when Tsitsipas made his way back into the match, it was heavier conditions. It was not as fast. It was faster than usual, and Rafa just switched his game plan, mostly because Tsitsipas made him do that. He played more cautious, I think, because the first 2 sets, I never thought that Tsitsipas will be able to take out Rafael after that, because this is the second time in his career in a 5 sets match when Rafa is up 2-0 that he lost. First was when he played in 2005. We have to go back 16 years in Miami, where he was 2-up against Roger Federer and lost. And then I think it was a 4th round match against Fabio Fognini. I think it was in Australian Open, but I'm not 100% sure. He was 2 sets up and lost that match. That's our only 5 sets matches that he has lost when he's 2 sets up. So this is a history. It was history that was made today by the young Greek, and it was a rare comeback. He showed super mental toughness here, the young Greek, and he got rewarded because he was brave. He was the one who was taking his chances. He was trying to execute the balls from the baseline. He held his ground from the baseline and made Rafa change his game plan in the 4th and the 5th set. So all credits to the Greek, and Rafa has done a great performance. I expected him to reach the finals, but he crashed out in the quarters like last year. This time he lost to a much better player. We can say that he was the better player in the 2 first sets, but Rafa, with his never give up mentality, you saw exactly in this match how difficult it is to beat Rafael Nadal. So that's why this achievement is so great by the young Greek, who played great. He opened up the court with his great serve. He executed the points early, and especially with his flat forehand. That was phenomenal today. He created plenty of winners, and it looked so effortless when he was on the court. He just came into Rafa's world and rocked his world in this match. You see that, you can clearly see the signs that Tsitsipas is in a better physical shape than he used to be. He didn't get tired in the end. He was standing his ground, like I told you. He came up with the goods when it was necessary. He controlled the baseline and the mid-court. He dismantled Rafael Nadal in a great fashion with the three last sets of this match and really earned this victory. And when the new balls came out, it was doomed for Rafa to lose the service game when it's so hard to break a great server like Tsitsipas. Normally, he's not one of the best servers, but he really put some spin on the balls and hit it flat and with the different angles and made Rafa just... It was out of reach for Rafa. So the stats for the match: the young Greek, he won 79% of his first serves in, 69% of his second serves in. He created 49 winners and 38 unforced zeros. Rafa was similar in the first first service number. He won 78% of his first serves and 58 of his second serve and made 58 winners. Great numbers, but a little bit too much unforced errors in the match because the young Greek was really playing on his toe. He made 42 unforced errors, and one of those was the point that gave Tsitsipas his third match point. This easy forehand volley that he tried to spin, and that was a fatal mistake. And Rafa, he's a master on getting back when he's in trouble, but this time it wasn't enough. These fast courts didn't suit him like many predicted. I didn't have him as a winner, but I thought that in this bottom of the draw, he has a clear, great chance to come to the final. His biggest obstacle was, of course, Tsitsipas, and eventually it would have been Medvedev if he had won this match. Those two was his only threat on his way to the final, in my opinion. And I believe that you agree with me, that you agrees with me about that statement. And the Greek, what can we say more about him? He plays so solid. He plays so mature. He plays so great that I expected, because he has beaten Roger here. It is his most successful slam. He has reached the semifinal twice now. He has beaten Rafa now. If he goes on and beat Medvedev, and probably Novak will take on and win his semifinal match, he will be one of few people. Maybe some people have, I think Berdych and Tsonga has beaten the big three in Grand Slams. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but of the new generation players, of the next gen players that we have seen, that we are hyped, maybe he's gonna be the first player that has beaten these guys. I think Thiem has never beaten Roger in a Grand Slam, if I'm not mistaken. But Tsitsipas will surely have a tough task on his way to the final, and he is capable of doing it. I'm believing in him now. He's looks so great. Reminds me of Roger Federer. Smooth, silky, effortless first strike tennis, and that's what you have to do to win this fast hard course. All credit to Rafa. Like I said, he has done a fantastic tournament. He served great in his tournament. He shows amazing shot making skills, like always. He showed the younger generation that this is what you get rewarded with: hard work and constantly be consistent, like he has done. All right, so we have a semi-final preview, but a little bit about Medvedev's performance against Rublev. That match never went to be exciting at any point. Medvedev won 3 straight sets. The ball machine, he tested Rublev both mentally and physically in this match. He was physically drained after 1.5 sets, and that's very odd to me, because all of Rublev's matches has been easy. I think has only dropped 1 set before this quarterfinal. So his physical shape, as I thought, will only take him to the quarters, and it did. Medvedev already got his number, and I bet before this match, Rublev probably dreamt nightmares about his upcoming match against this ball machine, the Russian bear. he was just too good for him to hit through. When Rublev's it doesn't get. It's not enough with a superb forehand like Rublev. You have to be more creative, more shot tolerant, and come up with the goods. Come up with solutions to beat and hit through Medvedev, who is the red hot player right now. He won the ATP finals. He won the Masters at Paris before that. He's taken all his match greatly and played superbly good tennis, both offensive and defensively wise. So he was just so good for Rublev, and he won 80% of his first serves and 53% of his second serve. Medvedev. That's a huge numbers, especially his first serves. That's a big key for him. And he made 30 winners and 33 unforced serves. He still does a lot of unforced serves from his forehand side, but in the next round against the young Greek, he has to put up a great performance again to win him. So we have 4 contenders left. We have the Serbian Lynx, Novak Djokovic. We have the Lion, Aslan Karatsev. His first name Aslan, maybe you know it means lion in Turkish and many other languages. Aslan, the lion against the Serbian Lynx. And then we have the Russian bear, Medvedev, against the Greek Dolphin, because of his smooth, effortless playing style. He floats and swims with accurate, and he's a watchable player, like I told you. These 4 guys, the Lion, the Lynx, the Bear, the Dolphin, they are here in the semifinal. Well-deserved spot. First, a couple of words about Aslan Karatsev. Wow, 114 ranked qualifier. He has only won 3 challengers so far in his career. This is a huge achievement from him after beating Mager, Gerasimov, Schwartzman, Aliassime, and Dimitrov. Will he be the next Russian to win a Grand Slam since Marat Safin, or will it be Medvedev? Because this journeyman, this is a fairy tale journeyman story. Karatsev, who took time for himself to get into the match against Dimitrov. I know that Dimitrov got injured after the first set. No, after the second set, or maybe the first set. I forgot. But then the chaos started when Karatsev starting to play clutch tennis, where he was in the zone with his hard-hitting, hard-striking weapons from the backhand and forehand, especially his backhand down the line. It reminds of Djokovic. And he played great tennis. He did his job. He didn't give Dimitrov a chance to breathe in that match after the first set. He really showed some strength. But Dimitrov, we all know he wasn't 100% shape. He was a little bit injured in that after the third set. So by all means, Karatsev has done way more than everybody expected. But I like these kind of players. It reminds me of Michael Chang. It reminds me of new players that come up, that pops up and just take the world by storm. But is he strong enough? Is he fit enough? Is he great enough to take out Novak? I would not say Djokovic, Lokomotivovic. Novak Djokovic is like a locomotive engine. This engine, this locomotive, it carries all of the wagons. As you know, I'm talking about trains now, for those who doesn't know. He carries everything that he has in his baggage by this locomotive. And the locomotive in this case is his brain, is his mindset, it is tennis skills. Because his brain helps the rest of the body with the tactic, his winning head, his mental strength, his willing to win, his experience, his shot making, his passion for tennis. You saw against Zverev what it means to be clutch. And Novak, it's clutch, not only in clutch moments, big moments. He's a clutch server. Because when you serve like Novak, I have said it 2 years ago when I started my videos, Novak Djokovic serve is the most underrated serve on tour. I have actually talked about this, especially at Wimbledon 2019. Go watch my videos. I have told that when Boris Becker came into Novak Djokovic camps, something happened with his serve. He's not the Kalovic or Isner or Opelka that can smack in 30-35 aces, but his numbers on aces are extremely high in this tournament, and he's a spot server. Like I told you in my previous video, Novak Djokovic's spot serving skills, his way of mixing up his serve, and really knows how his opponent stands on court and make those crucial serve in the right moment, is what is in his mind. And that's what makes him so great. That's what makes him so hard to beat. But we saw that Sasha had, I don't know how many chances he had. He was up in the lead in 3 sets. He had a chance to serve out 2 of the sets easily, but Novak came back, mostly because, not only because he's a clutch, but he always make you work for that extra ball. And Sasha choked again, unfortunately. That's all I have to say about that match. Novak really showed who's the champion. I told you in my preview that on the paper, Novak is the best player. He's the best guy on this field. He's the guy to beat. But I thought that team will have a superbly chance, like I thought that Novak would have a chance against Rafa at Roland Garros. I was dead wrong again. It seems to be the same pattern here. Many people, I never counted out Novak Djokovic. I said that he would reach the semifinal and lose to Thiem, and that's not a bad thing to lose against Dominic Thiem in the semifinal. But Novak is a monster. Believe me, he is the guy that's gonna lift the trophy. That's what I can say now. If nothing special happens with the match between Medvedev and Tsitsipas, or Karatsev put up a hell of a performance that we have never seen on the tennis field in the history of tennis. So Novak, he's creating so many winners now. When have you seen Novak do so many winners in a Grand Slam tournament? Maybe I think he's the guy that has done most winners. He's so smooth on court. He really can dig deep in when he's in trouble. We saw against Zverev, when he's in trouble, he can disappear from the match. But when he wants to dig out grab that super extra gear, he can do that because his opponents are scared. They know that they have to go the distance or play extremely well, consistent tennis for 3 or 4 sets to beat Novak Djokovic, because Novak Djokovic has so many gears in his game. It's like a sport car. When he pushes his turbo like he did against Zverev and all of the other guys that has beaten in this tournament, it's really hard to get through Novak. He beat Shardy, he beat TFO. He beat in the third round, I forgot, but he took out Raonic, and in the third round, I think he lost a set there. But Novak, he's just so great. The big 3 really makes you work an extra for your point. That's what separates them from the other players. Like I said, at Australian Open, Novak is the bankable player. Everyone can be incredibly consistent and come up with great technique, but if you attack and are more aggressive than your opponent, you will stay on top, and mostly you will get rewarded like Tsitsipas did today. He didn't put his guard down. He fought. He just tried to come back into the match, and luckily Rafa made a couple of Alforceros, and Tsitsipas fought his way back into the match. So my semi-final prediction, the first match, I think it's pretty easy. Novak will end, the Serbian Lynx will end Karatsev journey, the journeyman here and now in the semi-final. And the matchup between Tsitsipas and Medvedev, it's much harder to predict, my friends. But Medvedev is up 5-1. They haven't met since the ATP World Tour Finals 2019 when Tsitsipas beat him for the first time. Before that, Medvedev had 5 consecutive wins. So I believe that this match is going to be super tight. But if Tsitsipas plays like this, he's actually, when he plays like this, he's really one of few that can hit through Medvedev. That's what he has to do. We have to keep focus on Medvedev's forehand and try to hit through him, which is not the easiest thing. Both of this match can go either way. I know that these guys have some beef between each other. I don't know if that's still on today, but this meeting, it will be a heated meeting between two former next gen, between two guys that are that many people count on to winning further many Grand Slam in the future. Tsitsipas and Medvedev, what will I say after Tsitsipas' performance? I would say this match is 50-50. If I have to choose somebody, who will I choose? Very difficult. If Medvedev can make Tsitsipas make a lot of unforced errors, he's up in the front. But Medvedev's service is hard to break. Medvedev is a great returner. He has great shot-making skills. Tsitsipas, on the other hand, his only weakness is his backhand. But if he plays his backhand like today, he has a great chance, even though he made a lot of unforced errors. So I will give my slightest edge by 0.5% to Medvedev. And Medvedev, in my opinion, he's looking like a boss on the court. So I think that he is the slight favorite, and I have to give my vote to him, no matter how great the Greek played. So the hats off for the Lion, for the Lynx, for the Dolphin, and the Bear. And good luck to all of the four guys. May the best man win. Thank you for watching this video. Take care and bye-bye.